Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Align Plans. Today we're finally setting up our weekly layout in my A5. I'm calling it A5 Notiq, although this is my A5 cloth and paper planner. So we're going to be going a little bit minimalistic, and I'm still going to be adding a little bit of neutrals into the spread and kind of see how it all turns out. I wanted to add a little flair of still like the summer vibes. So if that sounds good, then just stick around and let's just dive right in. And of course, if this is the first time that we're meeting, hello. I'm so glad that you have made it here and we get to hang out, and hopefully you will put this video on and you actually sit down and set up your weekly spread and layout as well alongside me. So on this channel we chat about anything and everything minimalist planning, and sometimes we journal, but for the most part we talk about how we can use these beautiful tools in the most intentional way. So if that sounds good, you would probably really enjoy hanging out with me. So consider subscribing. You can also follow me on Instagram if you're not yet already. I chat with you guys regularly there. I also give you guys the opportunity to ask me anything that you want, so that when we're doing a voiceover, I can actually answer some of your questions about planning, about stationery, about favorites, about pretty much anything. So if that sounds good, then here's the handle. You can follow me on Instagram and we can chat. Okay, why don't I just put some music on and let's get started. All right, you guys, we're just going to jump right in. We're looking at the week of August the 8th all the way up to the August 14th. It's going to be lots of fun. So I'm just removing the pages, kind of laying it all out, making sure that everything is in frame before we dive right in. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to address here is kind of just add in the decor first before I add anything else. I'm using this small little kit that I got from Color Cafe. I'm not entirely sure if this is limited edition. Maybe it is. I believe this was in her summer box. Maybe it was. I honestly can't remember. Anyways, it looks stunning. I really am loving the pink vibes, and I'm also using these journaling stickers that I have just received in my recent Japanese stationery haul. If you wanted to see that, please comment on this video so that I know that you guys are interested, because they look so good. Okay, so here a lot of it is just botanicals, and I'm just kind of trying to place them so that it balances the entire page. Clearly it's a thing at this point. But my goal with this entire spread was simply to not overload it, not make it super busy, and don't allow the decor to kind of take over, if that makes sense. Personally, I think that we've achieved that goal, but if I didn't, then, we're just going to chalk this up as a fantastic learning experience. Placement, of course, is everything. I really do enjoy the fact that I kind of use this middle section on a weekly page so that becomes sort of like a centerpiece where it like draws your eye to the schedule or to the to-do, just kind of keeping it balanced. That's sort of like the main goal here. This week is kind of nice. It happens to be a lighter week. I think it's just simply because we're really embracing the summer schedule. So it's not going to be so heavy with work, but it's going to be more focused on kids, more focused on the summer schedule. It's going to be more focused ultimately on just working on any of the new projects that I have kind of cooking up for the fall, which I'm not necessarily mad at that. As much as I would love to just work at the clinic, but I know sometimes, taking a few little breaks here and there, it definitely can challenge that internal side of you that says we should be working more. And then when you kind of settle in, you realize that it actually has created this beautiful space for you to really create something that you actually want. So that's what we're going to be focused on this week. And you're just kind of seeing me color coordinate the whole spread as much as possible, making sure that there's kind of a nice balance here. I feel like sometimes like one of the biggest challenges is really just to find the balance between all of the decor versus making sure it's still functional. So now you're seeing me use a couple of, I could not wait to use these, to be honest. A couple of these these little decor pieces that I received recently from my Japanese stationery haul, which is just so stunning. Okay, back to business. We are putting down some of the colored dots. These are from cloth and paper. I felt like the color scheme actually really complemented the color scheme that we already have going on the page. And I'm just kind of putting down some dots, but then also I wanted to kind of put down some icons to mark down both meals as well as any workouts. Now I really love these little sticky notes because I feel like I can kind of move it around whenever I need to. Here's the pen that I'm going to be using, which is actually the same pen that you see that was used before. Also came in the stationery sub box. Apparently we're like debuting all of the things that I received. So anyways, it's a bicolor pen set that has blue and red. I'm using the blue here, and I'm just kind of jotting down some basic priorities that are actually relevant for this week. I really like adding it separately because I just feel like it's separate, but it's still kind of part of the weekly layout. And that's one thing that I've been really finding that's really missing from this whole weekly layout. And then it took me a little bit to actually find the dot markers, which I'm going to be using to mark down any and every workout that's going to be coming up. And honestly, I don't know about you, but it's almost like as soon as summer arrives, the workouts are just somehow just not hitting the same way. They're just not landing the same way because we can't spend so much time outdoors. It's sort of like I need to be a lot more intentional about making sure that I can actually get my workouts in. So I'm using a blue dot to kind of mark them down to make sure that they're separate. I also looked for my tweezers, which for some weird reason I could not find for the life of me. Anyways, this is what happens when you are just simply, you're just winging it, and that's okay. Another thing that I wanted to keep track of on this weekly layout besides any workouts is actually going to be some meals that's going to be coming up. But for now, I was just on the hunt for finding the right icons, essentially. Not that it really matters all that much because I'm going to be writing it in what it is anyhow. I guess I could have just kept it blank and then just write next to it what it actually is, but you know what? We wanted to be extra today, so here we are. A couple more icons also for workouts. I actually tried to just layer them before I put them down. This is how it turned out. Moving back to the beginning of the week, some sections so now we're laying down the icons for the meals. Cloth and Paper has like a really great little set within their lifestyle category of stickers. I have to say their lifestyle set with the shopping and even like the workout sets is just so on point. Like, anyway, once again, hats off to Cloth and Paper. I'm also finally ready to use this tracker. These are like the half sticky notes, the wellness trackers that they have. And I'm going to attempt to use the one for workouts, see how it goes. It looks super cute. I might end up using it also I feel like it would be a really nice addition in some of my other planners as well. But for now, we're just going to stick with this. And we're pretty much wrapping it up, friends. We're coming to a close. The top section here that should actually be assigned for priorities, I'm literally going to be using it for journal prompts for the entire week. See how that works out, see if it's going to be any different. I will have to keep you posted on that. Time for a close-up. And let's spend a moment on going through everything. So you can see the tracker in the very bottom of the page. We do have this beautiful flower in the middle of the page, and then we have the priority sticky to the side. See how that goes. I love the fact that it can kind of move around and it's movable. Then a couple of little icons. We have the top section for journal prompts, which I absolutely adore. And then moving on to the next half of the page, which really just brings us to Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not much else going on. I mean, you're seeing a little decor. Again, like this splash of pink. I don't think I will ever actually get sick of this. I think it looks absolutely stunning. I'm keeping track of mainly dinner, workouts, and any to-dos that kind of come up my way, just so that I can, be on top of it in the summer schedule. Moving on to the second half of the page, again, we kept the decor very, very minimal, very clean, still going with the pink vibes. It's just, we're trying to keep it clean and crisp at this point. The only thing I'm really keeping track of is workouts and meals. I might actually get like a meal planning insert, but I don't think it's necessary at this point. And this pretty much wraps everything up. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Support the channel by saying hello to me on Instagram. Say hello to me here in the comment section. Let me know which one is your favorite day of the week. Why not? And just happy planning, you guys. I cannot wait to see you in my next video.